All right, let's go to Matthew in New York. Matthew, you're on Heart of the Matter.
Hello, Shawn. Good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you.
Okay, so I've got kind of a two-part question.
Yeah.
So I want to know, how much do you know about the Community of Christ, or formerly known as Reorganized Church?
I know a little bit about their old days with Emma, etc., but I don't know that much modern. I know that they've become more Christian-like. They still have the Book of Mormon, I think, but not much. Women are allowed to have their priesthood, things like that.
Okay, yes, exactly. It seems like they're trying to become much more ecumenical. They've taken a really critical look at the history of the church, and they've kind of recognized a lot of the things that we recognized. You know, they initially rejected polygamy, and they've always had blacks that were admitted to the priesthood, and also women to the priesthood now. So they've kind of denounced a lot of these doctrines that have separated the LDS church from mainstream Christianity.
Yeah.
And I was curious, if the LDS church were to kind of follow suit, what types of things would you consider, in your opinion, things that they would need to denounce or change in order to be considered a Christian church?
Wow, it's a good question, because I could give you a real laundry list, Matthew, or I could sort of truncate it down to the most important thing, and the most important thing that I can think of for the Mormons to admit would probably deal with the ontology of God, his makeup, relative to there being one God, and him giving his only begotten Son, no other sons and daughters of God, and that it is by grace we are saved. It would probably be, if they would agree that God loved us so much, he sent us his Son was the Word made flesh, who gave his life to save us, and we are saved. That means exalted in the highest degree of heaven by faith alone on his Son. I think that I wouldn't care if they did all the other weird stuff, because other groups do weird stuff. So to me, I would like to see the temple go. I think it's really odd, and I don't see how the temple would exist if they admitted that salvation, meaning exaltation, is by grace through faith, period. I don't see how the temple would exist, but those would be the first main things to me. I wouldn't even care about the Book of Mormon remaining. I think the Doctrine and Covenants and Pearl of Great Price would have to go out the window once they admitted those first three things. God is eternal. He is uncreated. There is one God. He loved us so much, he sent his Son, who lived a perfect life, died on a cross, shed blood for us, and it is by faith upon him that we are reconciled to God. That, I think, would be the three things.
Great. Thank you, Shawn.
Thank you so much, Matthew. God bless.
God bless.
Bye-bye.